A street kid clutching a plastic bag walked into the most powerful law firm in New York. "Translate this, and I'll give you $1 million. The CEO laughed. Then the boy answered in 5 languages. The security guard's hand shot toward Elias before the revolving door had fully released him into the lobby. 12 years old, barefoot, clutching a plastic grocery bag like it contained the world's last hope. Elias had seen that hand reach for radios, for phones, for weapons enough times to know what came next. But today he didn't run. Inside the bag was a letter. Inside the letter was a promise his mother had made 3 days before dying in his arms. A promise that this building, Sterling & Associates International, held answers, held justice, held something that belonged to him and his 8-year-old sister Maya, currently hiding in the alley outside because she was too scared to come in. "Stop right there, kid." The guard's name tag read, Peterson. His voice carried the particular weariness of someone who'd removed homeless people from luxury buildings for 20 years. "Private property. You need an appointment." Elias's English came out clear despite his racing heart. "I need to see Richard Sterling. I have something he needs to translate." The word translate rippled through the marble lobby like a stone thrown into still water. This wasn't just any law firm. Sterling & Associates specialized in international law, handled documents in dozens of languages, charged clients thousands of dollars per page for expert translations. And here stood a filthy street kid claiming he had something that needed translating. Peterson's expression shifted from annoyed to almost amused. "You have something that needs translating? Kid, do you have any idea what translation services cost here?" "I know exactly what they cost," Elias said, pulling a crumpled envelope from his bag. "That's why I'm here. My mother said this firm handled the original document. Said they'd understand why it matters." "Your mother?" Peterson's tone made it clear what he thought of that. "And where is she?" "Dead." The word came out flat, emotionless, because Elias had said it so many times in the last 72 hours that it had stopped feeling real. 3 days ago. Pneumonia. She couldn't afford the hospital. Something flickered in Peterson's eyes. Pity, maybe, or discomfort, but his hand remained on his radio. "I'm sorry about your mother, son." "But this isn't... Is there a problem here?" The voice cut through the lobby like a blade. Elias turned to see a man descending the curved staircase with the kind of presence that made everyone in the room instinctively straighten their posture. Mid-40s, salt and pepper hair, a suit that probably cost more than most people earned in 6 months. He moved like someone who'd never questioned his right to be anywhere. Richard Sterling. Elias recognized him from the photographs his mother had kept hidden in a shoebox under their mattress. Photographs she'd refused to explain, but had looked at sometimes with an expression Elias had never understood until now. It was grief. She'd been grieving someone who was still alive. "Sir, just a situation with..." Peterson began. "A street rat who wandered in," Richard finished, his eyes raking over Elias with open disgust. "Peterson, call social services. The city has shelters for this sort of thing." "I'm not looking for a shelter," Elias said, louder than he intended. "I'm looking for someone who can read this." He pulled a document from the envelope, pages yellowed with age, covered in what looked like multiple languages, beautiful calligraphy that had faded but remained legible. His mother's most precious possession, hidden away for years, only revealed to him on her deathbed with whispered instructions he hadn't fully understood until walking into this building. Richard's eyes landed on the document, and something changed in his face. Just for a second. A flicker of recognition, quickly masked, but Elias saw it. "Where did you get that?" Richard's voice had gone very quiet. "My mother, Isabella Reyes. She worked here. 11 years ago." The lobby went silent. Even the ambient noise of the air conditioning seemed to pause. Elias watched Richard's face cycle through emotions too quickly to name. "Isabella Reyes," Richard repeated slowly. "The cleaning woman." The way he said it, the dismissiveness, the contempt, made Elias's hands clench into fists. She wasn't just a cleaning woman. She was a translator. She spoke 6 languages. She helped you. She was hired to empty trash cans and scrub toilets. Richard cut him off. "Which she did adequately until she quit without notice and disappeared. If she told you anything different, she was lying." "She wasn't lying." Elias's shout echoed off marble. Around them, lawyers and clients froze, watching. "She translated documents for you. Important documents. Documents like this one. Richard descended the last few steps, his expression hardening into something cruel. Let me tell you something about your mother, boy. Isabella Reyes was a nobody who spoke broken Spanish and cleaned my floors. Whatever fantasy she filled your head with, whatever delusions she built up over the years, they were just that, delusions. Then prove it, Elias said, and he was surprised by how steady his voice sounded despite the tears burning behind his eyes. This document. You said she was nobody. You said she couldn't translate. So prove it. Read this. Tell me what it says. Richard's laugh was sharp, mocking. You think I'm going to stand here and play games with a street urchin? I think you can't read it, Elias shot back. I think my mother could do something you can't. I think that's why you're angry. The air in the lobby crackled with tension. Richard's face flushed red, and several witnesses actually took steps backward, sensing danger. You want me to translate that? Richard's voice dropped to something dangerous. Fine. I'll do you one better. I'll make you a deal. He pulled out his phone, tapped something, and showed Elias the screen. A number glowed there. $1,000. $1 million. Richard announced loudly enough for everyone to hear. You translate this document accurately in every language it contains, and I'll transfer this money to you right now, on the spot. $1 million for a street rat who probably can't even read English. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Someone whispered, "Is he serious?" Completely serious, Richard continued, warming to his performance. But here's the catch. You have to translate it perfectly. Every word. Every language. And I'm going to verify every single translation with our expert staff. One mistake, one mispronunciation, one wrong word, and you get nothing.